Hi there. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back. Today's practice is going to be around kind of twists. So moving at a slower pace, but I have really enjoyed twists in my practice lately. They not only are they detoxifying, but I feel like they bring this kind of new sense of energy. So if you are kind of feeling stagnant in something, it can just kind of help bring that freshness. And our center is our core at which we move forward, at which we act, at which we stand in our power and in our truth. And so I think sometimes creating that heat can feel really good and feel very energizing because we're kind of connecting with our true center. So if you do have blocks, I recommend having them just to kind of offer some space when needed. If not, books, again, paper towels like that aren't used, they kind of have a good height if you need something to support you. So we will begin seated. In this practice, let's just take a moment to ground in for a moment, just to kind of let the day thus far kind of roll off, as well as maybe anything you have left to do today. And just pull our energy to this present moment, beginning to turn into the internal landscape within, noticing the energy body and how you're feeling today, noticing where the mind is at, what thoughts are passing through, and without judgment, just let them come and go. Begin to connect with the breath. Really feeling the breath, the sensations of the breath. And when you're ready, beginning to elongate the inhale and the exhale. We'll take 3 more breaths, really just pulling your energy to this present moment, setting an intention for your practice. Move gently. We are going to come to a twist. So options here. You can have the right leg out, and then you can have that left knee bent. It can stay on the inside of the right thigh, or you can cross that left foot over the right thigh, or you can bring that right foot, that right heel towards the left glute, but still keep both sit bones really grounded into the mat. So I want you to feel what feels best in your body this morning, or it's morning here, but whenever you're doing this practice, and feel what feels best. Really hug that left knee with the right elbow. Find length first, and then that left hand will come behind you for support. I don't want this to be super duper deep. It's more about just beginning to twist the spine gently. And maybe try today to not make the twist seem like you're going deeper by looking back with your neck, but maybe practice keeping the spine really tall and the neck in line with the twist. Really breathe here. Good. We'll take one more deep breath. Gently release. Hands come behind you, feet planted on the mat, windshield wiper the knees left and right. Just taking a moment to kind of neutralize the hips and the spine. And then we'll find our way to the other side. Taking that left foot out now. Bring that right knee in. Again, finding your version of this twist. And you can even allow it to be different. Maybe this side needs a little something else. So just really feel into that. Really prioritize the length of the spine. Hug that right knee with the left elbow. That right hand comes back for support. Really grow tall. Exhale from the navel. Again, it's not about reaching that neck to look all the way around, but just really keeping that spine and the neck in line with one another. And breathe. One more deep breath. Gently release. Hands behind you, feet planted. Again, windshield wiper the knees. Come to all fours. So find your way there. Move slowly. Move gently. No rush. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Going to come into a thread the needle variation. Taking that left foot out to the side. Ground that left foot down. Pressing into the heel. Inhale, reach that left arm up to the sky. And exhale, reach that left hand out to the right. Bringing the left cheek down to the mat as the right hand kind of opens you up. It can slide forward wherever feels best, but breathe into this twist. Slight engagement in the navel just to protect the back and really find that alignment so that right hip is kind of pulling back in space. One more breath. Next inhale lifts you up. That left arm will reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring that left hand down to the mat. That left foot now will go all the way over to the right side and look at that left heel. So again, you're kind of like twisting back to look. So if you could open up the left side body laterally, just imagine that you're like breathing space in between each rib. Good. Left knee comes down to the mat. Take a moment for the wrists. You can tuck the toes, kind of a little foot stretch here, and just kind of make circles with the wrists. When you're ready, come back to all fours. We'll do that on the other side. Right leg reaches out. Ground that right foot. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, reach the right hand all the way through to the left. Right cheek comes down. Using that left hand, it can come forward or wherever feels best, but just to kind of help stabilize you as well as kind of open deeper into this twist. And breathe. Again, that left hip is kind of pulling back. Engagement in the navel. One more breath. Next inhale, that right arm will reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down. That right foot now will reach up and over to the left. Oh, I have a leaf on my leggings. But look over that left shoulder. Press into that back heel. Again, like you could breathe and open up the right side body. Right knee comes down to the mat. Just take a moment, find your way to child's pose, releasing any tension through the back, as well as just kind of giving the wrists a break. So maybe making a diamond shape with those arms, allowing the shoulders to relax and let go. Next inhale lifts you up. find your way to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up. Go ahead and walk it out here. First downward dog. So fingers really spread wide. You can bend one knee, then the other. Just kind of feeling into the body, breathing into any spaces that might feel tight today. And then we'll find stillness, feet about hip width apart, so maybe a little wider than you normally would. And then press the tailbone back to where the back wall meets the ceiling. The heels are yearning down towards the floor, slight bend in the knees. We're going to come to a twist here. Left hand reaches to the right ankle. Look underneath the right shoulder. Breathe. One more breath. And release the twist. Left hand comes down. We'll take a moment to switch. Right hand comes to the left ankle. Again, look underneath that left shoulder and breathe. One more breath. Release. Right hand comes back down to the mat. Downward facing dog. You can bring the feet back in a little bit if that feels best. Next, inhale, reach the right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Let the right knee stack over that left hip. Rotate the ankle one way and then the other. Step or carry that right foot in between the hands. Find a block or something to place that left hand on. If I invite you to, just to offer space. Really reach that right arm up, coming into an easy twist. Breathe. Pull that right hip back in space and press into the back heel. Lower that left knee as the right hand comes to reach for the back of the left knee. Left arm reaches up, so you're kind of in this little twist here, stretching through the front of the left hip. Inhale, right arm comes up to center. Exhale, pull the energy down to the heart center, palms together. I invite you to kind of pull back a little bit, coming out of this full-on lunge, and just feel the tailbone lengthen down as you find the front hip stretch even just a little bit deeper. Slowly twist to the right, and then bring that left elbow down to the right thigh. So option to stay here in a twisted lunge with the knee grounded, or you can lift that back leg coming into a twisted high lunge. Breathe here. Connecting with that center. Good. Gently release the twist, bringing the hands to frame the foot. You can move the block over. We're just going to step forward. We're going to come into a chair pose. So bringing the toes together, heels slightly apart, hands at the heart center, but stay low in chair. Lengthen the tailbone down. Rotate again to the right, coming into a twisted chair, left elbow to right thigh. Good. One more breath. And release the twist. Stay low in chair for a breath. Hold. Good. And release. Come up to mountain. Shake it off. We're going to practice with balance a little bit. So find your grounding in mountain. So just take a moment to feel both feet grounded. Tailbone lengthens down. Shoulders over pelvis, ears are over the shoulders. Good. Begin to put the weight into the left foot and begin to lift that right leg off. hold on to the right knee with the left hand as the right hand reaches back. So option 2, straighten the leg here if you'd like and hold on to the outer edge of the right foot, or just stay here reaching, twisting, and breathe. Next, exhale, slowly release and lower that right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, hold plank for a breath. Option to do your vinyasa, or we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So if you'd like to do chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then coming back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Next, inhale, reach the left leg up, bend the left knee, stack the left knee over the right hip, rotate that left ankle one way and then the other. Pull the left knee into the chest, step or carry that left foot in between the hands, taking the block underneath that right hand and reaching that left arm up, finding your way to an easy twist. Really press into that back heel and open the chest. And make sure that left hip isn't wanting to like come out to the side, but that you're pulling it back in space. Good. Breathe. One more breath. We'll lower the back knee. That left hand will find its way to the back of the right knee. Right arm reaches up. Again, slight twist here. Really opening through the front of the right hip. Next, inhale, left arm reaches up, coming to center. Exhale, pull the energy down, hands at heart center, pressing the palms into one another. Just pull the hips back slightly. Lengthen the tailbone down. Feel that deeper stretch through the right front of the hip. Rotate slowly to the left. And then that right elbow will come down to the left thigh, coming into that twist. Again, option to keep the knee grounded, or if you'd like to lift that back knee, press into that back heel. Really find length in the spine and breathe. Good. One more breath. Gently release the twist. You can lower that back knee. Move the block. We'll step forward. Toes come together. Again, coming to that chair. The heels are slightly apart. Lift the arms up and bring the hands down to heart center. Lengthen the tailbone. Pull the lower abs in. Pull the lower ribs in. And then gently rotate that right elbow to the left thigh. Twisted chair. Breathe. One more breath. Gently release. Hold chair for a breath. Stay low. Good. And release. Come up to mountain. Shake it off. Good. Take a moment. Find your foundation. Moving to our balancing with the twist. Put the weight into the right foot. Begin to lift the left knee up to the chest. Hold the right or the left knee with the right hand as the left arm reaches back. Again, option to straighten that left leg. And breathe. One more breath. And we'll gently release, lower the left foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, your version of a vinyasa. So either cobra or upward facing dog. And then we'll all meet in child's pose. Take a moment to come back. Soften, surrender, come back to your breath. Next inhale slowly lifts you up. We'll find our way to a seated position and come onto our back. Pulling the knees into the chest. Rock side to side, massaging the sacrum, kind of signaling that we're calming down now. And then ground the feet on the mat. The arms can go wherever is most comfortable if you want to take them in the T or just grounded at your center, like hands on the belly or one on the chest or on the belly. Let the knees fall to the left. If you'd like to go deeper, you can always cross that right leg over the left and let the knees fall to the left. Either way. You could also set a block or a pillow under that left thigh just to kind of offer support. Breathe and let go. One more breath. Gently bring the knees back up to center. Reposition the pelvis and then let the knees fall over to the right. And you can cross that left leg over the right if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch. One more breath. Slowly bring the knees back up to center. Reposition the pelvis and lengthen the tailbone down towards your heels. Let the feet come wide, knees into touch. One hand on the chest, one hand on the belly if it isn't already. Just take a moment to come back to your center. Just notice anything that has shifted since you began this practice, noticing how those twists may have energized you, brought kind of fresh and new energy to your energy body. Let's just take a few moments of silence to allow ourselves to rest within this energy that we cultivated, allowing it to renew and rejuvenate us. Option to stay here as long as you'd like, or if you need to get going, rolling to one side, coming into the fetal position, and then slowly making your way to a comfortable seat. Taking a moment to honor our practice, palms pressing into one another at the heart center. Taking a moment to bow, to offer gratitude. I honor and see the light and love within you. I send you love and light. Thank you so, so much for being here. Namaste. Let me know how that felt for you. If maybe you feel like kind of moved some stagnant energy or even just like energized you with those twists. I would love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. It really supports me and what I am trying to do here. So thank you so much. And as always, share on lightly.